Welcome, Aquarius, to your love reading for September of 2018. So as I'm shuffling the cards, they're like flickering, like chop chop me up. Can't even put the cards in, so that can indicate a lot of heavy energy that some of you could be going through. Not something that you want to hear, but we'll see what's going on here. Doesn't mean the whole month is going to be like that, of course, but let's see. Energy for Aquarius and love for September 2018. So mutual energy between both. Their response, what they bring it toward you. Your response, their response, your response, advice, outcome. All right, for Aquarius. Okay. Mutual energy between both. You do have the Queen of Cups that's showing up. So water energy. For a lot of you, I feel when I see this that there could be separation between you and someone else, and you're having to rely on your emotional compass, rely on how you feel towards somebody, and sense through your dreams, through what's going on around them, and trying to seriously kind of dig and uncover what's been kind of kept secret or hidden from you in some way. So I do feel like there are energies of love, of passion that you would like to connect with, but there might be some disconnect with you. Could be a water sign for some, doesn't have to be. Now, with the energy of person that's coming towards you, that particular person could be someone who is not very stable financially. They can't really take care of themselves. They might even spend a lot of money. They might have bad spending habits. They could often be have issues with borrowing money from people, not paying back, having issues with keeping the home stable with you and them, not having their own place, not really feeling secure. So I feel like that could be an issue sometimes, just asking for money just to to make sure that they're okay, and not really being able to help out in some way. So I feel like that could definitely be an issue, and some of you are dealing with somebody who's dealing with a husband or another person. I see two women here, could be two men, it just depends here, man or woman, but two people that are kind of at cross purposes with each other, and it could be some kind of conflict around the home. So I feel like that needs to change. So your partner or romantic love interest, they're bogged down by certain things, they're not liking a place, or there's something really bothering them when it comes to stability. Your response, a breakup is happening between you and them. That's why I mentioned in the beginning that there's this separation, or having to use your intuition as to the reasons why you might break up. You might choose to, or the other person might choose to do certain things, react a certain way because of some insecurity when it comes to finances, career, or dealing with a breakup or an ex-partner that's there. All right, so let's see what it is their response. Again, this is coming out for a few different signs. So leaning on someone else financially, wanting to be closer to you, holding on to an arrangement where they may feel protected in some way financially, so that they don't make changes, they don't move forward, they're not willing to commit just yet because it's they're fearful about having to put out a lot of energy and a lot of work to keep the things going in a relationship. So either you or them, that might be just an emotional reaction from both of you. So I do feel like they might even cling on to you at times, and either clinging on to someone else. Sometimes you might wish they cling on to you a bit more, or open up to you, but that might not be happening. So I feel like that might be an issue. Sometimes it's like it's 11-11. the starting or initiate something and then pulling back, falling back on old patterns and habits and things that need to change. So I feel abandoning certain projects, and even if you feel like this is something that can work out, they continue to get in their own way, and you're wanting things to change, I feel, for some. So what is your response? It brings out a lot of disappointment with you, so a lot of sadness. You're not really feeling playful all that much at times. So that's why I was mentioning the energy could be heavy. So it's a mild depression, or sometimes very severe, and having to kind of seek counseling, some kind of help, and trying to do your best to find a happy space. It might be very tense, it might be a struggle for some of you out there, but I feel like it can be done. But it could be some hard work. Now, what is the advice? It tells you to, when you feel restricted, where you feel that you can't uncover why someone might be going through what they're going through, or doing things that they're doing, these are the reasons why I was mentioning to you. So two things of changing your perspective about how someone is going about their personal life, and why they might respond, and also you doing something else. Your intuition, the facts will become clear to you. What I'm letting you know, it will start to make sense. And I feel for some of you, once you get that clarity, then you'll start to say, okay, I can't change how they react. I can't change about them breaking up with me or how I respond as well. So I'm going to have to focus on something else. I'm going to have to focus on other people, other things. Take the initiative to maybe be the example of how to start something and finish it, how to keep it going, how to, capitalize on things that are out there for the taking. I feel for some of you out there. So when opportunities come, you take them. The other person might kind of hold back. They might be feeling a bit lazy or lethargic, whatever it might be. So I feel like that's part of you breaking away and doing something else, and then letting them kind of catch on or catch up. And then you had the outcome. I believe, I'm not really sure, one of the signs, somebody else had this. The Ten of Swords is the energy of feeling like you're hurt, something is coming to an end, you're feeling rejected or just ignored by somebody. And sometimes this can come through for some of you out there. Be careful with holding on to resentment and being stressed out so much, because it can cause you to be cut. You could run into something, you could crash something, you could lose something that's of importance to you, miss appointments, different things like that. And just make sure that you're taking your time and don't get into confrontations and things like that, because it can cause you to be scarred or different things that you don't need to run into. So that might be something that's on your mind. Okay, so I don't feel like I need to clarify anything. I feel like these things are important. I want to, if anything, I'll do the Ten of Swords for, I can already see that you're having to kind of wait. Let's see, what is this? So I get a sense, I'll just say a story here, like having to kind of be detached a bit, right? There's passion with somebody, but I feel like that particular person needs to go through the growing pains and learn some lessons and break away from dishonesty and know that there is something better to be reached rather than passionate sex with somebody, and not diving into a past relationship or past person just because it satisfies them, and making sure that they're removing themselves from that particular scenario because it's much healthier, and they focus on finances, their career, making sure that they're patient with it and not falling back on older patterns. I feel being lazy and then being distracted, and making sure that they expand, do different things and try to figure out different methods of maintaining or possessing different material wealth that they want. So being independent and not constantly arguing with or starting arguments with you or another person, and constantly going back and forth with another person, which causes conflict. And then it yes, they come around to make up, but then they break up, and then it starts to spread rumors, and then gossip is there about certain things that's going on. I can kind of see that particular picture happening with the the spread I just read from. So I feel like that's important for you to address those things. I feel like the person that you're dealing with, even if it's you dealing with these things, that these are personal changes that need to happen before things can be much better. So there's nothing that you really can't control, only control what's on your plate and what's right in front of you at the time. So let's see, messages for Aquarius for September 2018. Religious factors. That says your love life benefits as well. That's not that one. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this is a deep card for some of you out there, especially when you are a fixed sign. And sometimes I notice that there could be where you have a stance, you have a belief, you're going to stick to it. Doesn't mean that it can't change. It takes a lot of strenuous effort for you to maybe change your perspective, or to you to kind of grow onto how somebody else is going about their love life or their situation or whatever it might be. So I feel like that might be very tough for some of you to do. So this could affect you in different ways for some, or the other person as well. Race, ethics, just the family, friends who kind of keeps you away from a certain person. It just depends. So let's see one more card for Aquarius. Then we have engagement. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and yes, it's the growing pains. You're taking time to clear things out, allow the other person to do so. And even if it's a marriage and a proposal, I feel like the other person may be stepping away. It came out of the blue, or might, and I feel like they are trying to do their best to be independent so that they can purchase or get the things that they want again when it comes to the connection. So keep that in mind, all right, as you go throughout the month. I do send you a lot of love, a lot of light, tons of healing vibes as well. You can always go to the website, psychicloveheals.com, to schedule something for your energy, okay? So have a good one.